DeSantis asked to ban all transgender health care in the state of Florida. The Florida Department of Health has issued an advisory to ignore all federal and medically approved guidelines and stop providing gender-affirming care to transgender minors. Part of Governor Ron DeSantis' administration has used that advisory in its request to a state medical board to ban all transition-related health care to minors. The Florida Agency for Healthcare Administration released a report this last week citing debunked research in an attempt to block Medicaid coverage for any transgender individual from seeking care covered under the government insurance. In a letter to the Florida Board of Medicine, the state Surgeon General Joseph A. Ladapo stated, quote, "The current standards set by numerous professional organizations appear to follow a preferred political ideology instead of the highest level of generally accepted medical science. Florida must do more to protect children from politics-based medicine. Otherwise, children and adolescents in our state will continue to face a substantial risk of long-term harm," end quote.
Can he really get away with this?
Oh, he absolutely can get away with it.
Wow. So, you all know that my wife is a nurse practitioner, and she got an email a couple of weeks ago referring to this, right? And they keep on referring to this research, but if you go back, the research that they're referring to is an article written by one man. One man. There is no research. There is one article that they keep on referring to that says what? There's not enough data to refer to, and that's what they're going to. That's what they're stating as fact. That's what they're stating as science, and there isn't enough to go by. And all these kids are at risk for this. I mean, this is incredible. And is anyone going to be able to stop this from happening?
Well, the broad issue is the governor and the Surgeon General for Florida are gaslighting. They're just simply gaslighting. They say the moon is up when the sun is really burning in the sky. And that's exactly what they're doing here. When they refer to standard medical professional advice, they don't have it. The American Medical Association completely and unequivocally disagrees with the governor. There is no doubt about it. The AMA says this is not true. The psychologist wing of the Association for Medical Psychologists and Psychiatry say completely the opposite of Governor DeSantis. Yet the Surgeon General goes, this is standard medical pervasive opinion. Well, it is not. And that is why it's gaslighting.
He's the same quack who was doing all that stuff about COVID.
Yeah.
Who's getting all those facts wrong. He's a quack.
Yeah.
Well, and I'm sorry, Greg, go ahead.
No, go ahead. That's it.
Well, I was just going to say, if DeSantis and his merry band of haters wanted to be doctors, they should have gone to medical school instead of Tallahassee. And that's just the way it is.
Yeah.
But these people have fought healthcare every step of the way. Remember, they were all in against the Affordable Care Act, colloquially known as Obamacare. And they keep saying, no, 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 every step of the way. They didn't even want extra money for Medicaid when the federal government was saying, here, all you have to do is just take it. And they were like, no, our citizens aren't worth it because it's socialism. No, you're terrible, terrible people. Go to a doctor for this.
We can use, you mentioned Obamacare and 2010. We know what the playbook is. When they rejected Obamacare, they continually said, the GOP said, we are going to have our own medical plan to improve medical access in America. We are 12 years later, and there has been no discussion of a medical plan at all. So their playbook is in place. It is to say no and say no and say it for 12 years without any replacement. That's what will happen here. The poor children of Florida that need medical assistance, which is what the AMA and the psychiatric wing of doctors all across America say they need, will be denied. This is denial with no solution. Why would they do that? It is to win an election.
Yes.
Our children are now cannon fodder.
Pawns.
That's exactly what we're watching. LGBTQ plus news is vital for our community and for the broader world as a whole. We have enough enemies at Fox News. Tucker, Sean, and Laura are loud. We need passionate allies. Happening Out Television Network, Queer News Tonight, and It's Happening Out are literally out of the closet and into the headlines. Our community needs your support. Like this broadcast and subscribe now to ensure the growth